Hey there, all you volleyball players and league organizers. I'm at the volleyball courts in Mississauga today because I want to talk about one topic: volleyball poles. The volleyball courts here in Mississauga, well, they're man-made, and these poles, they're big, they're heavy, they're solid, they're not going anywhere, they're cemented in. So you can show up here anytime, you know these poles are always going to be here. Well, what if you're in the situation where you're at a public beach and there are no permanent volleyball poles in the ground? You're going to have to bring your own. One solution, of course, is to buy your own portable beach volleyball system, but those systems can cost upwards of $400 each. So what I want to propose in this video is another solution so you can get volleyball poles relatively cheaply and with, well, a minimum of work. Now I want to share with you my solution to inexpensive volleyball poles. What you're looking at is electrical conduit. Now I made this 20 years ago. Electrical conduit this size comes in different dimensions, but this one is 1/2-inch pipe. It's steel, a steel alloy. It doesn't rust, which is great. It comes in 10-foot lengths, which is perfect because your beach volleyball poles are 8 feet and you can cut a little off the end, and this is it. These are solid, they're strong, and the fact that you want them portable, you can't lug around 8-foot poles. They're very difficult to handle. So as you see, I cut this one in half, which means, you know, it's about a 4-foot length each, just a little extra so you can put rope around the ends. And this is it. This is your beach volleyball pole, and they cost $5 per pole. So a set of poles, 8 feet plus, are going to cost you $10. $10 for 2 poles. Think about it. That's a pretty good price. Of course, these pipes come as just one long unit, so in order to convert them into beach volleyball poles, I had to drill holes through them at the right spots and put in these ringlet, eyelet bolts and fasten them in to hold them. So you put your net on here and at the bottom, and there you go, that's your volleyball pole. So you're going to have to come up with a drill and, of course, buy these little parts. And there you go, that's the top of the net. And at the bottom of the net, I put in this bracket that actually holds the 2 pieces together. But of course, I put this in so your 2 poles fit together, but then you can take them out, of course, to make it a portable system. So you have 2 4-foot lengths instead of one long 8-foot length, which, hey, what do you do with an 8-foot pole? It's hard to fit anywhere, even in a car. So here's my homemade volleyball pole in the ground, fully assembled, and as you can see, the permanent pole is beside it. This 1/2-inch pole is great, and you're going to ask me, is it strong, is it sturdy? And it is. When you've got the net on it, and of course a rope going through the top to anchor it into the ground, it is solid. It's not going to move. It's going to hold up all day. It's a great thing, and it's $5 for this one pole, and of course you're going to need 2, which is $10. So it's great. So there you have it, my solution to a cheap, inexpensive beach volleyball pole. $5 for 1 pole, $10 for a set. Of course, you need a drill to be able to get through the pole to put in these circular eyelets to hold your net in place. But otherwise, it's great. It just sits on the sand. It doesn't bury in, so you don't really need a base for it, but you can put a sneaker under it, a block of wood or something if you really want to. So this works great. It's sturdy, and of course, it's only $10. I made it so it's portable, so these poles come apart and break into 2, but you don't have to do that. And this is 1/2-inch, so you can get 1 inch if you don't want to lug them around. Maybe you can put them in the sand all summer and you don't want to lug them to your car or whatever. Then this is a great solution. You can go with a heavier gauge if you want, but 1/2-inch works great. Anyway, this is Keith in Mississauga. I hope you enjoyed my video, and I hope I gave you an idea of how you can create your own beach volleyball poles at a much less price than buying the retail version for maybe $400. Bye for now.